collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Chemy Riser Kurogane Spanner version. It's the Chemy Riser, but it's Spanner's version. It's not really all that different. This section is purple instead of orange, and it looks like a Gatling gun. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching the video. No, I'm just kidding. So packaging, very minimal here. Of course, you have a large picture of the Chemy Riser here on the front. Valvarad over here on the side. It comes with two Chemy Ride Chemy trading cards. I can never get that correct. Ride Chemy trading cards. We have a Ren King Robo, and then we have another search card. Over here on the side, you have Valvarad, again showing you what is included. Over here on this side, pretty much the same thing. Over here on the back, showing you how to put cards in it, which of course we'll take a look at. And it also clips to the belt. And then there's some packs of cards over here that are also available. Very soon there'll be a third pack of cards, because I believe Phase 2 comes out this weekend, I think that's this weekend. Not really anything going on the bottom, but it does tell you that you will need 2 AAA batteries for this. So batteries are not included, which is a bit of a bummer. But I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so for the rest of this video, I'm just going to call it the DX Chemy Riser, or just Chemy Riser. I'm not going to call it the Kurogane Spanner version every single time. You get it. But yeah, so here we go. Here it is out of the packaging. It is very similar to the other one. I'll do a direct comparison in a moment, but first let's take a look at the new cards that we're getting. So first up, we have the search card. It is TCS025, so it does get a new number. To compare it to the previous search card, it is very similar. Very minor differences. I think, honestly, even up here, like it's the same time, same battery power. You can see that this is the vehicle symbol, and this is the insect symbol, which makes sense because of who's using it. These little power gauges are pretty similar. The bottom one is different. This little sound right here thing, that's the same. The locations are different. But, I mean, for the most part, they're very similar. And honestly, they have the same patterns here on the side. So they are going to make the same sounds in the two devices. So they are interchangeable. Now, of course, this will make slightly different sounds than the other Chemy Riser. But you can use either card. It doesn't really matter at all. But there we go. That is the new search card. And then the one that is infinitely more interesting is this Gundam-looking thing, Ren King Robo. Very cool. We actually saw this on the show, I think, last week. It pairs with the bat from the animal section. You can see it's animal down here. And they make this giant bat robot Gundam thing. Looks kind of like Epion from Gundam Wing. Very cool. I like it a lot. I want a figure of it very quickly. Please give me some kind of giant robot toy, because that's what I love. So this is TCS025. Was this one 26 and I just can't read? Yes, this one was 26. And my eyes are failing me. So 25 and 26. But yeah, this guy's cool. I guess this is an artifact. Okay. Very nice and glittery. But it's just, you know, it's a giant Gundam robot. I mean, that's fantastic. Here is the pattern here on the back. So yeah, really cool card. I like this one quite a bit. Very excited for that one. So let's go ahead and check out the Chemy Riser itself. So if we bring in the previous Chemy Riser original recipe, I believe these base pieces to be exactly the same. I believe they are 100% the same thing. Obviously, the clip here is purple, and the little button to depress to open up the battery cover is purple, whereas here they're translucent orange. But otherwise, I believe, like, this is a, you know, black piece of plastic. This is a light gray or a lighter gray, maybe gunmetal gray. So it's a little bit lighter than this one, but I believe them to be the exact same molded piece. The clips are the same, just different colored plastic. And then the only real difference is this piece on the front. So here, this is done in purple and has a little bit of the Gatling gun. And then here it's done in the translucent orange plastic. The speakers are in the same location. So it's pretty much the same toy, just slightly different aesthetically. And I think the sounds are slightly different, but we'll get into that. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. So flip this open just like the other one. Flip this up and the on and off button is hidden underneath. Obviously, as we talked about, this is where you depress the button, slide this off, put in your 2 AAA batteries, pop it back on, and then we will turn this on here. So it just says Chemy Riser, doesn't say anything else, but that's fine. You get kind of a Gatling gun sound. You can hold it down. So that's kind of cool. If you hold it down, it will just keep going since it's a Gatling gun. And then you kind of hear there's like a break, like it runs out of ammunition. So that's kind of neat. So I do appreciate that. I think that's fun. If we take the other one and we turn this one on. So that has like a blast sound. Nothing for holding it down. So slightly different. If we go ahead and pop in the search cards. So very similar. If we switch them, same sounds, nothing's different there. So that's fun. But yeah, they're basically very similar. It's going to go through all the different categories of the chemys and play the sound for whichever one it's finding. The functionality is very, very, very similar. The sounds are just slightly different because this kind of has like a darker tone to the voice than this one does. And that's kind of really the majority of the difference, other than aesthetically. Obviously, they're aesthetically different, but the functionality is very, very similar. Of course, you can also use this one to capture chemy. So if you have a blank card, so was not successful. I don't know if that was the successful sound or not. That's definitely the unsuccessful sound. I guess that's the successful sound. They sound very similar. But yeah, there you go. So you can, of course, put a blank one in and try to catch a chemy. There's also, I guess, like a special sound for Mad Wheel. So we'll give that a shot. And then, of course, we will try our new card, the Ren King Robo. So, I guess that's just the standby music for everyone. The box made it seem like there was a special sound for Mad Wheel, but I didn't really notice anything. But I love that standby music. That's fantastic. And even though they're not a pair, we'll go ahead and put these in the driver. Now, like I said, this one pairs with the bat, which we don't have yet. So hopefully that'll be in Wave 2 or Phase 2. It's kind of cool only having like half the helmet. It's very like Ultraman Blazer-esque. And because we can, we have to have the ultimate search power. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Was this completely necessary? Probably not. I mean, I get wanting to customize the Chemy Riser for Valvarad a little bit. Do you necessarily need to buy both of them? I would say no. I would imagine that the Ren King Robo card will probably be available somewhere else in one of the card packs or something like that. If you're trying to collect all of the specific individual cards and the different versions of all those cards, then of course you'd have to grab this. I don't think it was too expensive. I kind of want to say somewhere in here like 20 to 30 bucks if I'm remembering correctly. So maybe just wait for a sale, something like that. I mean, if you love Valvarad and you didn't buy the first one, then go ahead and grab this. I would say definitely get at least one version of the Chemy Riser because it is a fun toy. It has a reader in it. It makes fun sounds. You know, it can read all the different cards. It has the search function, the capture function. So it is a fun toy. Do you necessarily need both versions of it? Probably not, because this is just kind of like a grumpier version of the original. It's a kind of darker color scheme. The voice is a little bit like gruff, more gravel sounding. I do like the Gatling gun feature. I think that's kind of fun. Oh, I didn't have it turned on. I forgot. But if you hold the button down and it does the Gatling gun, I actually think that's kind of fun. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, otherwise it's not super different from the original, so I don't necessarily know that you need both of them. But if you're a completionist, go for it. I think it does have some fun functions. And, yeah, there's just not a ton new to talk about with this one. It's very, very similarly functional to the first one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.